All right, 1 2 1 2 in the place to be. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there? I am Frank Red, and this is another edition of the In the Dungeon program. I want to thank you for joining me over the next hour or so, and I am doing fantastic. I'm happy to report. Last week I was under the weather a little bit, but I struggled through, and yeah, I'm good, man. I'm ready to chop it up with any and everybody out there who wants to talk about what's going on in the world of sports, and maybe there are some intersections in entertainment, music, whatever's on your mind. I am ready to talk about it. But at the top of the list, it has to be the pretty impressive performance by the San Francisco 49ers over a team that I grew up rooting for, the New York Giants, football Giants. 34-24 was the final. Once again, Mac Jones played like he's been running Kyle Shanahan's offense for 5 years. That's how comfortable he looks. Any talk about removing him from the starting quarterback position because Brock Purdy is, quote, healthy. I don't think we're there yet. But to me, I mean, the whole conversation is ridiculous. If and when he starts to play bad and they can get a lift from Brock Purdy and he can assert himself as the long-term starter, which he is, that's not in question, then he should be the starter. But while the 49ers are responding to Mac Jones, and he's looking like a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback, why would you remove him from the starting position? Purdy's already been paid. So it's really not about Brock Purdy's feelings. It's about who's going to help the team win. You know, I talked about this afternoon on Larry Kruger's postgame show, and one of the things that is at the top of mind for me is the fact that I don't think Robert Saleh is going to be here very long. I don't. He had a chip on his shoulder when he came to the 49ers this year. I think in retrospect, when he looks at his performance as a head coach of the New York Jets, he can't be happy. And that's not who he is. I don't think he waited his entire lifetime to be a head coach in the NFL, not to grab the bull by the horns, to use a bad analogy. But I think that there is a wrench in the tire, not the tire, in the wheel. And I think Robert Saleh is a perfect candidate for one of these big-time college jobs. Now, if he doesn't want to be a college coach, I get it. That's fine. But if I'm the SEC, if I'm Florida, if I'm LSU, if I'm Penn State, some of these knuckleheads, and I'm using that term comically, but some of the candidates that some of these major colleges are going to roll out, I ask myself, are they better than Robert Saleh? I don't think so. The SEC is a league based off defense. Robert Saleh, to me, is the best defensive coordinator in the NFL. If he wants the NFL, he already might be the highest paid defensive coordinator. I don't know if he is, but make him the highest paid defensive coordinator in the in the NFL, and let him stay with the 49ers. I don't have a problem with that. If he wants to stay, he lives in the Bay. It's a great place. Pay him $5 million a year. But his impact on this team is remarkable. It really is. Every time a star player goes down for the 49ers, he finds another creative way to make sure that this team shows up on a week-to-week basis. And when the 49ers play good offense, they can compete against anybody. So I've been thinking about that all afternoon. I wanted to get that off my mind. But there's so many other topics to talk about. And we'll get into the specifics of the 49ers 34-24 victory over the New York football Giants. The biggest game of the year is next week when the 49ers take on the LA Rams, who are smoking right now. They're 6-2. Matthew Stafford is probably the top quarterback in the NFL based off statistics right now. And, I think the Rams had a lot to do with the 49ers beating them the first time. And it's going to be tough at home, but I wouldn't put anything past the 49ers. They've been miraculous more times than not this year, and it should be an interesting game. But the Rams are potent offensively and defensively, so I think the 49ers will have to play their best game of the year to beat the Rams, but they can do it. The Golden State Warriors had a sucky weekend, losing to the Milwaukee Bucks minus Giannis. You kind of tip your hat to them. I think that they outplayed the Warriors, and Ryan Collins, former Warrior draft pick, he has something to prove, and he proved it. And he went off. He outplayed Stephen Curry. Saturday night's loss against the Indiana Pacers to me was unacceptable, because that was an effort game. That had more to do with the Indiana Pacers out-hustling the Warriors than actually being better. Now, I can give some of the veterans a pass. I can. These guys have played a lot of games. They won a lot of championships. But the young guys, to me, the bench guys, it's just unacceptable to go out on the court and get outplayed like that. That was terrible. So, and there's a lot of pod haters out there. I'm not one of them. I consider myself to be a truth teller. I don't like a lot of the pod's comments. No, I don't like them, but I root for him. His defense was just god-awful. Guys were hunting him, going by him, and I'm like, you want to be better than Steph Curry? Then go out and play some defense. I thought it was terrible. And yet, Steve Kerr still gets to kind of do what he wants to do, because they don't have another replacement for him in the backcourt with those veterans. I don't think they do. A lot of people might say, well, Moody should be playing, but that would put more of the ball handling responsibilities on Stephen. And I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think he wants them. And I think it's better that Pods shares more of those responsibilities from the start of the game. But he has to play better defense. When DeAnthony Milton comes back, that's the breaking point. That's the point by which all fans who know basketball have a right to say, how do we get Pods off the court when he's not going well? When he's playing well, let him play. But when he's getting toasted, you got to get him off the court. Because they will hunt, those Indiana guards were hunting him on Saturday. And that was a bad loss. It really was. I got a lot more to talk about. The Dodgers winning the World Series over the Toronto Blue Jays took me back to my childhood, really. I'm actually a big baseball fan. I don't talk a lot about baseball because I think the business of baseball sucks. But I don't care if you are a casual baseball fan. This was a great World Series, culminating in a historical moment by the Dodgers. It was awesome. It really was. Took me back to Little League when I played catcher, right field, and first base. When I played JV baseball in high school. When I rooted for the Mets. It was awesome. And fill me in on this thing where the Dodgers are the bad guys. I don't really get it. I mean, I understand how Giant fans could not like the Dodgers. I get it. But this idea that somehow the Dodgers are the Yankees of the West, why can't the Giants be the Yankees of the West? And the Yankees of the East are not the Yankees of the East anymore. They don't spin like they used to. They still spin. But why can't the San Francisco Giants spin as much as the Dodgers do? That part has not been explained to me. I'm like, wait a minute. You're in Silicon Valley. You're in San Francisco. If you want a player, go get that player. I mean, hate the Dodgers. That's fine. But don't hate them because they spend more money than you. You have the money. I don't get that. All right, let's get the show started with the great Vicky. She says, "Hi, Frank. Hope you are recovered." I am. The 49ers look great today. The Warriors look tired. Take care. Thanks for having a show. Hit the like button. Thank you, Vicky. You're always looking out for me. I appreciate you so much. All right. Shout out says, big fan of the In the Dungeon show. All right. Thank you. How about a take? All right. You are so committed to making this content for all the viewers out there that you would spend hours and hours and hours talking with everyone in the chat. Let me get this right. Mr. Goat, 1996. How you doing? Thank you for joining the program. Go sign Stephon Gilmore. That's an interesting name. As a cornerback depth piece. All right. Make the call on Trey Hendrickson. I think they have. And Jalen Phillips in Miami, another good player. Got to find a way to improve the defense in the next 2 days. That is an excellent take. And it's Mr. Goat, Mr. Goat. All right, thank you, Mr. Goat. I agree with everything you said. Great take. Mr. Goat says, Golden State Warriors defense does not look that good so far this season against these young teams. No, it doesn't. But here's the thing, though, Mr. Goat. They're getting outworked. I mean, you can be young. That doesn't mean that you're good. The Warriors have young players. Podge is not a young player. Moody's not a young player. If Guy Santos played intelligent basketball, he would play a lot more. But his basketball IQ is not very high. It's not. I don't want to use words like dumb, and I'm not going to do that. But his basketball IQ is average at best. And that might be the death knell between him having a 5 to 7, 8 year career or being in the Brazilian league in a couple of years. All intelligence. He has enough ability. I can't believe I haven't said anything about Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga has been awesome. Awesome. He showed me things in his game this year that I didn't know he had. I mean, the dexterity and the athleticism that this guy is playing with. Ooh. Everybody wants to laugh right now. Think about some of those trade proposals. Think about that for a second. Voices were actually going across phone lines talking about. No disrespect to Malik Monk. Malik Monk's made over $100 million. But can you believe that there was a conversation about trading Jonathan Kuminga for Malik Monk? 2 second-round picks to Phoenix and whatever other crap they could put together. Cam Johnson for Jonathan Kuminga? Really? Really? Come on, y'all. We need to stop this. Thank God for Joe Lacob. Joe Lacob is an owner that actually knows basketball. There was no way on this earth that Joe Lacob was going to let Jonathan Kuminga go for a song and a dance. It was not going to happen. Vicky says, 3 back-to-back is a ridiculous schedule. The Warriors look tired. Yeah, they did look tired. They did. And that's why, Vicky, I say, I'm not talking about the veterans. Draymond has never looked more tired. Jimmy Butler looked tired. And Stephen looks tired. But the young guys, and I got to give Quentin Post some props. I've never seen Quentin Post play better. basketball than he's playing right now. He complains too much, but I tell you what, somebody's in that guy's ear saying, yo, dude, the clock is ticking. You want to be here? Go get a rebound, be more physical, make some big man plays, and hit and a occasional jump shot. I'm impressed with him. He's playing well. Mr. Goat says, the Patriots didn't look that good today against the Falcons. Well, they're inexperienced, but they found a way to win. I mean, if I'm Atlanta and this is a bottom line business, I mean, how can you keep that kicker? How can you do that? Now, am I in favor of people losing their jobs? No, I'm not. But Atlanta has been getting their butts kicked. And they finally put together a good effort, come back, and they put their destiny in the hands of a kicker to make an extra point. And he can't do it. That sucks. Vicky says, that catch was a catch for the ages. I was amazed that the other player got up. I don't know which catch you're talking about. There was a lot of. Are you talking about the T. Higgins catch, the Drake May? Which one are you talking about, Vicky? Help us out. Thank you. Young West. It's going to be another roller coaster season for the Warriors. I'm getting too old for this shit. Yeah, you know what? I don't think it's going to be like that, but Vicky had me sweating for a minute when she had her, prediction of 60 wins for the Warriors. I was like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I'm going to ride with my 50. I think they'll win 50 games, maybe as many as 52. I think this is a good team. But the defense performance by some of the young guys, that's disheartening. And knowing Steve Kerr, he was breathing fire on the plane back to the West Coast. Because that was not a good representation of him either. I expect the Warriors to come out on Tuesday and put forth a really solid effort against the Phoenix Suns. But that was bad. And Young West, you're right. I mean, be consistent, right? Vicky says, Post has been rebounding this season. What a concept. A center getting rebounds. I couldn't agree with you more. Young West says, we would have regretted if we trade. Oh, yes. Okay. So we would have regretted it if we traded Kuminga. Imagine Kuminga is 26 years old. His game would even be more polished. He's going to be pretty good. Yeah, I mean, Kuminga actually looks like the high school All-American playing against kids who are going to go to MIT. In some instances, not every time, but he makes, remember in high school where like one of the really good players dunks on the kid who, won the chemistry competition but plays basketball? That's what Kuminga looks like. I mean, he is one of the few genetic freaks in the NBA, and his confidence is oozing right now. So, why would the Warriors trade this guy? They're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him unless he demands a trade or Kerr starts messing with his minutes, and I don't think that's going to happen. It shouldn't. He looks awesome. He really does. He's fun to watch. Mr. Goat says, Drake Mayo needs to take care of the ball better. Yeah, he does. That's been a problem for him, even going back to North Carolina. But you got to be impressed with how he is asserting himself. And I knew Vrabel would be a really good coach. mean, he took the Titans to the playoffs multiple times. I didn't know it would happen this fast. I'm a bit surprised that they have been able to really transition so quickly to the upper echelon of the AFC East. But I thought that they would be better. And Vrabel is a guy who is not going to demand less than 100% from his players. I really like him as a coach. Got you, Vicky. I got you. The Dodgers catch. That was, you know what? Listen, we can go back to like the Red Sox with Bernie Carbo and Fred Lind. That catch, that picture of him, like Pages, right? Pages leaping over his teammates. That's history. That was awesome. That was one of the, listen, this is not hyperbole. That was one of the greatest plays in the history of the World Series. We'll be talking about that catch 20 years from now. That was outstanding. That was outstanding. I don't care if you're not a baseball fan. Watching those last couple of innings, chef kiss. That was big time. How many people thought the Dodgers were going to come out of that hole and win that? Not in the bar that I was at. I was in a bar packed with probably 80% Dodger haters. You know, they wanted Toronto to win because maybe they're Giant fans. There's about 20% Dodger fans there. And it was standing room only. I was standing up. And I was riveted by this. It was awesome. 415 Key says, Flacco, 460 yards passing. That's amazing. Joe Flacco is he's one of the biggest enigmas in the history of the NFL. I mean, a guy his age should not be doing that. A guy who literally couldn't get out of his own way as a member of the Cleveland Browns, all of a sudden, he goes to Cincinnati and he looks like Roger Staubach. I mean, I'm happy for the guy. I really am. Tough way to lose a game, though. In that division, I'm a Steelers guy. I'm a Mike Tomlin guy. And yeah, Baltimore's coming. But that's the Steelers team that I recognize, right? I recognize this iteration of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Last week was shameful. Pittsburgh got right this week. Against the mighty Indianapolis Colts. And like I said before, the Colts are a good story. I like Daniel Jones. But do you really believe in the Colts? I don't. They got to show me more. And Pittsburgh handled those guys today. Vicky says, I might have to recalculate my wins for the Warriors. Yeah, you might. Mr. Go says, Drake May threw an interception at was that bad time in the game? Yeah, he gonna make mistakes. Vicky says, I wanted the Dodgers to lose for two reasons. Giant fan and Trump. I was praying for a Joe Carter moment, home run. Explain the Trump reference. Was he rooting for the Dodgers or something? Explain that. I don't get that. I like the Dodgers manager. He was a grinder when he was a player. I mean, class personified. I like him. So I root for him. I mean, one of the few managers of color. And, he's at the helm for one of the top franchises in MLB. So I don't root for the Dodgers, but in this instance, I wasn't upset that they won. It was exciting, man. I just love sports. Okay, Trump would have been mad if Canada won. Yeah, I get that. Man, the status of what's happening in the world right now, man, tough to take at times. Vicky says Magic Johnson is a part owner of the Dodgers. Yeah, Magic is part owner of the Dodgers. He's part owner of the Washington Commanders. Football is really a year-to-year proposition. I think we all saw that. You see the Commanders this season is basically over. I've broken my arm before in 2 places. So Jalen Daniels is done. I mean, to see his left arm go in a direction that it should not go in was bad. Was really tough to see. And I mean, his coach Quinn, yeah, he's in the moment, but coach, they're losing by 30 points. There's no reason why Jaden Daniels should be in the game at that point. Even if he wants to be in the game, you got to take him out. I mean, Seattle was teeing off on him. He had no time to pass, and he's probably lost for the season now. Not that they were going to do much anyway. You have the Eagles, the Cowboys. I think they're just going to. I think beyond the Eagles, the rest of those teams are just going to beat each other up. That's what I think. Vicky says, Cleveland is horrible. You mean Washington? Seattle just killed them tonight. Yeah. Seattle is a really good team. And McDonald is an excellent defensive coach. I still don't know how the 49ers beat them in Seattle. I mean that catch by Jake Tongas was miraculous. And that is the essence of stealing one. The 49ers stole that game. Seattle are still kicking themselves for losing to the 49ers. I mean, the 49ers have been miraculous throughout the season. Think about McVay going for it on 4th down and losing that game. You know, so give the 49ers credit for stepping up, but they've had some luck this year in ways that they didn't get luck last year, which is not a bad thing. Before I forget, I want to give the Sacramento Kings some props. You look at Sacramento's record, what are they, like maybe 2-5 right now? But give the Kings some props. I think most fans thought or still think that this season is going to be a disaster. And it's not going to be great. They're not going to make the playoffs. But I tell you what, there's not a team in the NBA who's competing more than the Sacramento Kings right now. And for everybody who is in it's time to, bury Russell Westbrook, get him out of the league camp, that camp should not exist. Because I don't care how old Russell Westbrook is. I don't care what his role is. That dude just balls out. He doesn't always play well, but he plays well more times than not. And he brings a level of energy to any team that is infectious. And he's doing that with Sacramento. So I salute Russell Westbrook, a future Hall of Famer who is not concerned about if he starts, how many minutes he plays. He just goes out there and balls out and makes the coach have to put him on the court. Zach LaVine is balling. He really is. Zach LaVine is balling. Literally averaging 30 points a game, leading that team. Nobody saw that coming. I didn't see it coming. And they're doing all of this without Keegan Murray. So I know the Sacramento Kings fan base, and there's not a more loyal fan base in the NBA than in Sacramento. They're fan bases that might be more educated about basketball, although I think their fan base is evolving, has evolved quite a bit. But in terms of loyalty and having a level of excitement in the arena, Sac's right there. They really are. And I'm happy that the players, and this really speaks to Doug Christie, because we're all questioning whether or not Doug Christie can actually not only coach, but impact the team. So far, so good, Doug Christie. So far, so good. Vicky says, I think the Kings try. They have lost close games. They are fighting in every game. Yes, they are. And as a result, they're entertaining. 415 Keys says, Seahawks and the Rams look like title contenders. Do you believe the Niners are? I think both of those teams look better. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But here's the thing about football. If you get into the party, you can dance, right? But you got to get in. You got to get on the other side of the rope. So the 49ers, for whatever reason, have been miraculous this year. And good luck and smart football lends itself to advancing in the playoffs. So I actually think the 49ers aesthetically might not look as potent as Seattle or the Rams, but they've already beaten both of those teams. And I think that they can beat them again. Think about what they have coming back. I would be surprised if Ayuk didn't come back within, say, 3 weeks or so. I like the 49ers offense. Christian McCaffrey right now, he's playing as well as any running back in the NFL. Kittle is still kind of working himself into it. He's been nicked up a little bit. The offensive line play is getting better. I don't think you can look at their defense and say they're better minus Bosa and Fred Warner. But nobody saw Tatum Bethune coming. We didn't see that coming. Everybody's talking about the 49ers going out and making some moves. Suppose they go out and get Hendrickson from Cincinnati, or the kid Phillips from Miami. There are some moves out there that can make this defense even more potent. As is, I think they're probably a top 10, top 12 defense right now, with not the best personnel. So, they have a kicker who is as good as anybody in the league so far this year, has not missed. So it's a tough division. It's tough. I would assume the 49er fans are going to bring something to the table to get them over the top. And the 49ers are not playing a great schedule. So they have some things in their favor. Young West says, college basketball starts tomorrow. I'm excited. In my opinion, it's very different than NBA basketball. I totally agree. I didn't play in the NBA, but I did play major college basketball. So, that was my barometer for success. And I love college basketball. I love basketball. I am getting my juices flowing because I'm going to coach a girls team again this year. A youth team, 11 through 13-year-olds. And, our goal is to win a championship this year. And we're really, really young, but I've never coached a team that didn't ultimately become good at defense. We have a chance to be really good at defense this year. So I'm excited. Who are some of the players that we should be on the lookout in college basketball? I could name a few, but tell me some other names that you're excited to check out, Young West. I appreciate you. Cameron Barger. You go by Cam, you go by Cameron. What's up? I said, what's up, Frank? How you doing? Thank you for joining, man. I appreciate you. Facet 925. Caden Bethune is impressive. No Fred Warner, but he's filling in nicely. He really is. And, you know, I mean, a lot of times John Lynch and his staff, you know, they take some hits with some of their early picks, and rightfully so. But they've had some winners also. And the cool thing about the 49ers system, and I was talking to Larry Kruger today about this. Larry Kruger asked Robert Saleh a question about why, you know, their star rookie linebacker isn't playing, Nick Martin. And Robert Saleh gave Larry a very intelligent response. And basically what he said was, we like Nick Martin, but Nick Martin at this stage of his career is not a trusted special teams player, right? We got other guys who are more talented than he is on special teams. So as a result, they're on the 53 and they're getting the looks on the field when the subs come in. I mean, how honest, how fair, how logical can you be? But I make that statement because Tatum Bethune didn't play a whole lot last year, but he's playing this year, which means that he's ready. And I assume Nick Martin will be ready when he gets his opportunity also. Very, very impressed. 415 Keys says, the Niners need D-line help. We need to smack Stafford next week and help our defense. Absolutely. I mean, we all know that if Stafford has a clean pocket, he's going to light you up. That's how good he is. He's seen it all. He's won a Super Bowl. And if he's upright, then he's a different type of player. So the 49ers have to put some heat on him. I don't know if that's going to happen, to be quite honest with you. They got a good offensive line. What I think that they can do is kind of do what they did today. They cannot take plays off and get to him 2 or 3 times in the most pivotal moments of the game and see what that leads to. Does it lead to a pick? Does it lead to a fumble? Or does it lead to them getting off the field when the Rams are driving? I don't know. But I believe in what the 49ers are doing schematically. So if you can get the ball out of his hands and have the linebackers and the safeties tackle players before they get the first downs, that might be how the 49ers win. Let's go back to last year. They couldn't make a tackle last year. This year, they're making tackles. Tatum Bethune, 16 tackles. D. Winters has had many games over 10 tackles this year. So they're balling, stout, all these guys, you know, give them credit. I love it. SF 1849ers. Frank, could you slam dunk back? Come on, man. Really? Who you think I am, man? I mean, I'm joking because you don't know me, but of course I can dunk, man. I dunk on people, dude. You kidding me? You know? Yes, I dunk. I dunk in games, man. I'm a baller, dude. You know? Your favorite player I played against, okay? You know, think about who your favorite player was, and I played against that player, probably. Now, let me say this. I was not a superstar. I'm not even trying to go there. But I played on a lot of good teams. at the high school level, even in college. And my college coach was a guy by the name of Tom Penders, Hall of Famer. My high school coach, Hall of Famer. My high school teammate, Hall of Famer. So it's not because of me. It's because of my teammates and my coaches that have had opportunity to play against really good players, and actually to hold my own and do well. But yeah, I could dunk, but my forte was really rebounding. You see these big hands I have? I was a really good rebounder, good free throw shooter, winner, man, just winner. You know, I can dunk. Yes, I can dunk. Not anymore, but I can dunk. I could probably still dunk, but I would be paying for it for a while. Kyle Shanahan is coach of the year through week 9, in my opinion. He's up there. He's up there. I mean, he looks like he's in cruise control, calling these plays, developing these players, these offensive players. Last year, he was stressed out, man. He was stressed out. So, you know, I'm happy Robert Saleh's here, because Robert Saleh just gives him so much relief, you know, so much confidence that, you know, he can be a little more aggressive. He can be, you know, he can be a little more creative. So, Kyle Shanahan's balling out. Never played against Patrick Ewing. I did play against Darty, Brad Darty, Michael Jordan, Chris Mullin. Yeah, a lot of great players. I never played against Patrick Ewing. No. We didn't play Georgetown. It's funny because I told when I was covering the Kings for KHCK, I had to work at KHCK up in Sac. And if you were a kid growing up in New York on the East Coast, John Thompson was an idol to all of us city kids. He's an idol, you know, bigger than life type figure. And he literally is bigger than life. And I had an opportunity after a Kings game, because John Thompson, RIP, used to work for Turner, and he would do basketball games when he retired. And, you know, he used to walk really, really slow as he got older, and he was, you know, walking towards this limousine that was literally inside the arena as he's leaving the court. And I had an opportunity to share a couple of minutes with Coach Thompson. I said, you know, Coach Thompson, you didn't recruit me, but I wanted to play at Georgetown. And, you know, he looked at me and smiled, and he was nice and everything. But, you know, growing up as a kid, Georgetown was everything. And to be able to share those sentiments with him was a special moment for him, you know, for me. So that was pretty cool. But it's interesting. If I had a chance to make another decision about where I went to college, I wouldn't. I made the right choice. Going to Fordham was a good choice for me. Everything worked out. Some of my, even beyond basketball, some of my best friends in life, I developed those relationships when I was in college. So, you know, it's a big decision for young people to make. And part of it is luck, because you don't know everything. But it was a good decision for me. It really was. Vicky says, I might be going to a St. Mary's game. Awesome. And for sure, a Stanford game, men's and women's. I might get to a St. Mary's game also. I usually go to a game or two every year. It's a fun time, particularly like on Saturday nights. I usually have a lot of games on Saturday nights. That's fun. Stanford is cool. Last time I went to Stanford was 2 years ago when they played Kansas. You know, one of my good friends was a assistant coach for Kansas, so I went down there. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Stanford men's play this year. You know, they have a really good coach. The women, according to you, Vicky, along with their recruits, they should be really good this year. So I'm interested and seeing how they start to assert themselves in the Tyra Vanderveer post career. You know, now she's been gone now for a couple of years. I'm gonna see how they do. Vicky says, you can't make a JK dunk. No, I can't. Absolutely not. No. No, I'm not even gonna lie on myself. No. You know, that dude's a super freak. But I tell you what, Vicky, if I boxed him out, he wouldn't get the rebound over me. I tell you that. Oh my God. Did you play against Magic? No. No, I didn't play against Magic. I'm not that old. No. Magic Johnson was my idol. Magic was my idol. No. I did meet Magic twice, though. And, you know, that Kodak smile, always ready for the television persona that he has, he's even better in person. That was awesome. I remember Magic Johnson came to Fordham, actually, as a guest for Dr. J. Dr. J had a camp at Fordham, and Magic was his guest. And my eyes lit up like I saw like Superman or somebody, man. That was awesome. It really was. Facet 925 says, Shaq and Reggie Miller sat down with the show, Top Guys, and gave their top power forwards of all time. They had Timmy, Carl, Charles, and McHale on the Mount Rushmore power forwards. Yeah, I can't argue with that. I mean, that's a great list. I really can't argue with that. You know, Karl Malone was just a monster. Nobody in the league was built like Karl Malone. And he was mean. He was ferocious. He was competitive. He worked in his game. Tim Duncan, Tim Duncan defensively was just as good as he was offensively. So he was awesome. Charles, I don't know. Charles Barkley was a phenom, certainly one of the best players of all time, MVP, but he was never a defender, never. The guys that we're talking about were all defense. Tim Duncan, you kidding me? Even Karl Malone, I think, was a top-tier rebounder, and he might have made an all-defensive team. I don't think Charles Barkley, I can say, probably never made an all-defensive team. Kevin McHale, again, was a very balanced player. Very balanced player. I don't think he's good as Jokic, but he was damn good. He really was. Young West is mentioning a name that if you don't know about, you're going to know about this young man. A.J. Debonsta is a 6'9" freshman at BYU basketball. Check him out. Top-ranked freshman in the nation. Yeah, I've seen him. And I've been hearing about him since he was a sophomore. And he's legit. I mean, he is legit. He's going to take BYU maybe to the Final Four. What a great player. I mean, you know, he's a more talented player than Cooper Flagg. People, no, he is. He is. Does that mean that he'll be better than Cooper Flagg as a pro? No, it doesn't mean that at all. But right now, I think he's a better prospect, you know, because his ball handling skills are better. His mid-range is better. His three ball might be better. I mean, this kid is legit, and he's a super freak. So A.J. Debonsta is legitimate. Rarely do you find a player who is 6'9", but is literally a small forward, an offensive small forward. That's who he is. This young man is really talented. Six foot six sophomore Tyrone Riley, University of San Francisco. is on my college radar too. Yeah, I heard about him. Yeah, I heard about him. His dad actually went to USF, right? Yeah, his dad went there. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about him in basketball circles, so I'm going to get over there to check him out. But I heard he's really, really talented as well. Hard to leave KG off that list, but I respect it. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is. I mean, KG, Kevin Garnett he's almost in a category by himself to me because he's one of the greatest competitors, greatest winners, and a hell of a player. He's a really, really good player. But I think the guys on that list are better. This is my opinion. Charles never won a ring. Nah, Karl Malone never won a ring either. So, but yeah, I mean, my thing about Charles, and I know that everybody can't look like Adonis. I get it. But Charles Barkley was around during the hard living era. I mean, I can't imagine some of the stories that would have come out if there was social media during the 80s and the 90s. I mean, these guys were living hard. You know, Jordan allegedly was playing the Knicks on his off night, driving to Atlantic City to gamble, come back, and give the Knicks 40. That's the type of things those guys were doing. Rodman. I mean, you know, this NBA now has nothing on the lifestyles of those guys. Rodman and Barkley and Jordan. I mean, they had characters. I guess the point I'm making is that what if Charles literally had invested in his body and exercised and stuff like that? It'd be interesting to see how much better he would have been. I know he would have been better on defense. He was never a defensive player. Now, you might say that rebounding is a part of defense. He's one of the great rebounders in the history of the NBA. So I'm a Barkley fan, great player, but the Phoenix Suns were this close to beating the Bulls and having Barkley win a championship, but it didn't happen. But that was 1 year. It did not happen. Great player, though. Let's see if I can get this. Kupoxy 7. My power forward, Mount Rushmore, would be Tim Duncan, Giannis, KG, Malone, in that order. Again, another great list that I'm not going to debate. Giannis is doing things that we've never seen. The only thing about Giannis to me is I think the game is really, really hard for him. You know, he's starting to make his jump shot a little bit. It doesn't look great. I don't think he can make contested shots. I mean, you can practice enough to the point where your motor skills will allow you to make some wide open shots when you're undeterred, that you're not under duress. But when you're tired in the fourth quarter and someone is guarding you, can you elevate, find the rim, and put it in like we've seen Stephen Curry do 10,000 times? Probably not. So Giannis is great, but I question how Giannis will be when his athleticism starts to deteriorate some. There have been many players throughout history that have still been very serviceable and very good players well past their freakish athleticism days. I don't know if Giannis is going to be one of those players or not. I don't know. Although he'll probably play at least 15 years. 415 Key says, Panthers beating the Packers was great to see. Jordan Love is overrated and Bryce Young is underrated. Well, you know how I feel about Bryce Young. Love that guy. Love him. And Yeah, man. So Jordan Love is an enigma. He really is, because who has better skills than Jordan Love in the NFL? That dude has a laser of an arm, and he put it on display last week. So to see them struggle and lose against Carolina is puzzling. It really is. Vicky says Cooper look lost right now. It's going to take him some time, and I'm going to tell you why it's going to take him some time. Because Cooper Flag has never been in an environment where there were so many good players. There were guys who were just as good as he is. He's going to figure it out. But the one challenge that he has is that he's not a great ball handler. He's not. So he needs to play with a really, really good point guard. And right now, Kyrie's not playing. Jason Kidd's big idea to have him be the quote point guard, I mean, it's nice, it's kind of fun, but it's not going to work, you know, because he doesn't dribble the ball that well. I mean, he dribbles the ball well for his position, but Victor Wembanyama is a better ball handler than Cooper Flag. Victor is a better ball handler than most guards. I've never seen anything like Victor before. This dude is a real ball handler. For those of you who did not see Magic Johnson play, that's what Magic looked like playing point. You couldn't take the ball from him. Victor Wembanyama is the most skilled big man that the NBA has ever seen. And he's in year 3. And this is not hyperbole. This guy's going to be as good as he wants to be. What a player. Jackson J, 3082. How you doing? Do you simply go by Jackson? Hi, Frank. How would you teach JK to get more O boards? In my opinion, it's hustle, desire, and body positioning. I think you said a lot of things that really matter. But one of the things that I would do if I was teaching him how to get offensive rebounds is I would teach him a couple of things. First of all, he doesn't do any spin moves. I think you need to, like when you're in a real tight box with a player, spin to the inside to get that position. He needs to learn how to track the ball with his eyes. He doesn't really do that. He also doesn't rebound the ball with his left hand. And those are some things that he needs to learn how to do. He's getting better at it. I saw him grab one the other day, but really good rebounders have dexterity, and they can grab it with their left hand, they can grab it with their right hand and bring it in together. So those are a couple of things that I would do to teach him to be a better offensive rebounder. But I think you hit the nail on the head. Offensive rebounding is, in some respects, it's desire and it's innate, and it's something that you have to really work at. It's hard to do, but there are some technical things that JK can learn, because it would increase his average by what? 3 points a game? There's going to be a day when he averages 20. You know, I can see Jonathan Kuminga being a 25-point scorer. I can't see him being much more than that now, unless he really pumps up his 3-point attempts and he gets it up there around 38%, which is probably what he's shooting now. He's doing a hell of a job. I love his game right now. Is this a slump for Clay, or is this Father Time catching up to him? I would say both. Yeah, like I've read more comments about Clay not playing well. I know he's not playing well. I haven't seen it with my own 2 eyes. I saw them get dusted up against San Antonio, but that's only one game I saw. Again, Clay's ball handling skills are not great. That's been Clay's bugaboo. He's not a good ball handler. So when you are not getting the lift on your jumper, when the recoil isn't as great, your percentage goes down. He's not a super athlete. But when you can get to the cup, when you can get to your spots, that helps you. That's not who Klay Thompson is. I think that he will have moments where he's going to shoot well, but I mean, unconsciously, maybe he's interested in other stuff besides basketball. We don't know. You know, he would probably curse me out if you heard me say that, but it's probably a combination of a lot of different things. He's not playing with as many smart players. That's beyond his control. He's getting older, and he's not a great ball handler. So, time will tell. Epoxy 7 says Karl Malone is the second greatest playoff choker of all time, after Harden. But Chuck had some ridiculous playoff games. Yeah, 44-24, game 7. No, I mean, yo, listen, you won't hear me denigrate Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was awesome. I've stood next to Charles Barkley. They say he's 6'4". No, he's not. He was 6'5". But, I mean, how many guys built like him are blessed with a 40-inch vertical? Not many. And that's God-given. A lot of times people say, oh, yeah, he was a great player. You know what? God gives us all talent. You know how good I would be if I had a 40-inch vertical? You know how good you would be among your friends if you had a 40-inch vertical? That's what Barkley had. At over 300 pounds. There's never been a player like Charles Barkley before. Charles Barkley dominated the SEC. Dominated. Some people are born with those types of skills. Vicky says, I think Father Time has been catching up with Klay for a while. It's sad, but it happens. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And, you know, I mean, Klay's always, you know, has always had a social life. But his social life's a little more public now. I don't know, you know, to what extent that might have any impact on his basketball career. I don't know. It could, but to dismiss it and say it doesn't, I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. Charles Barkley was a great basketball player, not much of a golfer. Yeah, but ironically, he's actually gotten a little better at golf. I'm a caddy, so I have a casual interest in golf. BJ Edgecombe looks like the NBA Rookie of the Year so far, early this season. He's fun to watch. He is. And he's competitive, man. I mean, this is a dude who loves basketball, who loves it. And he's in a great basketball city in Philly. He's playing with Maxey, who is equally exciting. And he wants that mantle as the king of the city. So sometimes things work out for you. Because who's to say that if the kid that Utah drafted, I can't think of his name right now, that Philly would have taken BJ, you know? He fell into their lap, and he's a great mix, a great player. If someone were to tell me the Panthers and the Chiefs would have the same record, 5-4, after 9 games, I would have laughed at you. Yeah, I didn't know the Panthers were above 500, particularly when Bryce was hurt those last couple of games. But yeah, I mean, I'm just a big Bryce Young fan. I mean, you know, he's made a lot of money being a top pick, but this is a guy who is a role model. And if you want to deal with adversity appropriately, just look at this guy. Just look at him, man. I'm on Team Bryce all the way. Wemby is not human. No, he's not. He's not. I mean, this dude literally handles the ball like a guard. He shoots like a guard. He's 7'5". I'm going to say this right now. Now, I'm being somewhat facetious when I say this. If he doesn't win at least 5 championships, his career was a disappointment. Now, don't take me serious, all right? Don't take me serious. I mean, no one's just winning 5 championships, but talk about a talent. He probably should win 5 titles. If he wins 4, is his career a disappointment? No, it's not. But I think there's a discussion to say, what if? He should win at least 5. That's how good he is. Vicky says, the Chiefs are not going to the Super Bowl this year. Book it. All right. JK should watch Steph. That's what Steph does. Charles Barkley is basically what people thought Zion would be. Yeah, yes, I agree. Here's the thing about Barkley. This is why people love him. And he was revered when he was a player. He had that Babe Ruth type persona. Obviously none of us really knew Babe Ruth's lifestyle, but there was a lot of rumors and stories about Babe Ruth. But when he played in the game, you never walked away thinking that he didn't give everything that he had. I've never seen Charles Barkley not try during the game. Never. And I think that that's his connection. That's his allure to fans. Charles Barkley, when the lights were on, was always at his best. And he gave 100% effort. And you can't say that about Zion. You can't. And it's sad because as somebody like myself who wasn't on that level, who wasn't good enough, the best I could have been is maybe sit on somebody's bench for a couple of years. These are superstar players. But I think what they don't understand, some of these guys don't understand. And you can create your own list. Don't take it for granted, because it's not going to last forever. Father Time will take it away. You might do something stupid and ruin your career, and it'll be over. I mean, I'll give you a name. We're talking about the best power forwards of all time. Let me tell you something. Roy Tarpley at one point in time was one of the best power forwards in the NBA. I don't think he's with us anymore. Roy Tarpley played for the Dallas Mavericks. Do your research. This dude was 7 foot, run the court like a gazelle, put up monster numbers. But there were all these other things that got in the way of his success. It happens. Don't take it for granted. Aussie rules. Left hand, right hand, spinning for old boards. That's high IQ. Yes, it is. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, Ace Bailey is who I was talking about. I think Philly really liked Ace Bailey and possibly would have drafted him if Utah had not taken him or had he fell to Philly. But they got VJ, and I think that they are happy that they dodged that obstacle. I don't want to use the word bullet. Ace Bailey. I'm still rooting for this kid. He's not really playing a whole lot with Utah right now. But what a talent. Great talent. Epoxy 7. If Wemby stays healthy, I can genuinely see a world where he wins 10 consecutive Defensive Player of the Year awards. It seems ridiculous, but it's not, right? Like one of those television shows. It seems like it's unreal. It seems like it's not possible, but it is, right? Nah, I mean, we've never seen anything like this before. He's just a kid. He's a kid. Can you imagine this guy as a 25, 27-year-old man? Gosh. What a player. Young West says, Frank, what's some of your favorite horror movies? Okay, so I'm one of these people that I don't pay money to get scared. I'm a fraidy cat. The scariest thing to me, the only thing that I would watch, I would say Silence of the Lamb. Silence of the Lamb is about as scary as I can get. And you might say, Red, that's not even a scary movie. That's suspense. It was kind of creepy to me. Because that dude kind of looks like a real person. It's like somebody that we've seen before, out and about. So I'm not really a person who frequents the scary movie genre, but Silence of the Lambs was pretty creepy. I saw Rosemary Baby also as a young kid. So, how about you? Okay. I would love to be able to pronounce this. The PMG, France winning gold medal versus Team USA may be Wemby's greatest championship. I think Steph and I think KD are going to give it a shot. I think they're going to play in the Olympics, and I don't know how the hell they're going to beat France or some of these other teams, but I think that USA is going to win. I think Steph's going to play, and I think Kevin Durant's going to play. And after 28, it's going to be a wrap. But I think at 28 in LA, USA are going to win the gold. How the hell are you going to stop Wemby? I have no idea. Triple team him. But it's not like France don't have other great players. They do. They are going to be a problem. Left hand, right hand, spinning overboards. That's Ike. I think we saw that. Coleman, what is that reference? Derek Coleman? What is the reference? As a power forward? Okay, yeah, Derek Coleman. Listen, Derek Coleman he's one of the most talented basketball players that I've ever seen. Now, is he on Wemby's level? No, he's not. And I'm going to tell you what, Derek Coleman actually was not a super freak athlete. He was a good athlete, but we had not seen many players who was 6'10", maybe 11, with his skill set. His skill set was sick. Derek Coleman could shoot from three. He had a mid-range game. He had a post game. He could block shots. I mean, an unbelievable player. Derek Coleman was a real deal. Maurice Lucas, Blazers, power forward. Old school cat, a real tough guy that you didn't want to mess with. Vicky says, any movie this week? Yes. And I'm going to get into that in a couple of minutes, Vicky. RC Rule says, Bill Walton teamed with excellent power forward David Myers at UCLA, Maurice Lucas at Portland. Yeah, David Myers was kind of before my time. I did see Maurice Lucas was pretty awesome. Tupac 7, damn, Roy Tarpley and Lynn Byers were from the same 1986 draft class. Roy Tarpley just couldn't stay out of his own way. It looks like he was still putting up great numbers while being in rehab by year 2. I mean, listen, Roy Tarpley would have been one of the great players of all time. Because again, you don't see 7-footers with that type of athleticism. Roy Tarpley would get a rebound and go coast to coast and finish with a dunk. Yeah, man, great player. You almost think that like Wemby, I think he'll get tougher, but he's almost too nice a guy. This San Antonio team, I don't care how young they are, they should win 60 games. Based on what we've seen this year, they should win 60 games, but they won't. They'll win in the high 40s. They won't win. I don't even think they'll win 50. I think they'll win in the high 40s. I have a movie review, but I want to touch on what has become an absolute disaster. The Colorado Buffaloes head coach, Deion Sanders. And I'm going to say this. I've been coaching for a long time, right? And what I see is very troubling. First and foremost, forget about football for a second. We could draw a strong conclusion that right now Deion should not even be coaching football. He should be focusing on his health, getting well, right? So let's start there. But from a football perspective, they chose the wrong quarterback. That kid is not a big-time football player. He's not. He's not Shador. Shador is a pro football player who made things a lot easier for his dad. They don't have that anymore. So you got to coach these kids up. I'm questioning the coaching in Colorado. When I don't care what level you are, when you are consistently getting blowed out, kids are giving up, man. These are young kids. These are not pros. The reason why you don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL, every now and then you do, but you don't, is because these are mentally mature individuals that know their jobs are on the line. In college, they're not there yet. They need to be made to feel that they're bigger than life. And I mean, just by the fact that Deion Sanders did not allow his players to talk after the game, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. So I don't know where this is going. It was a great story. It still can be a great story. But we as football fans and as people not having all of the details with regards to what Deion's regimen is on a day-to-day basis, it's hard for me to make any sense of what's happening on the football field other than drawing a conclusion that some of these players are quit. And they're not doing a really good job evaluating talent because their quarterback, that kid is not a big-time football player. Not at this level. He's just not. He's not. This Lewis kid out of high school is a supposedly 5-star quarterback, and he can't beat these guys out? Really? What's up with that? So, kind of disappointing. Young West, Phil Smith was maybe the best NBA player ever born and raised in San Francisco. He won the chip with Rick Barry. Yeah, he was one of my childhood heroes. I didn't know anything about California, Oakland. I knew nothing. But when I saw Phil Smith play basketball, it brought joy to my heart. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I mentioned this story before. I'm going to tell you again. I'm in San Francisco probably about 10 years ago now. And I go to that McDonald's in the Fillmore, right? I got a lot of friends in the Fillmore. So I'm standing in line at McDonald's, and there's this older gentleman. I'm standing next to him. I turn and I said, "How you doing, sir?" And we get into a conversation, and he asked me if I play ball. And I said, "Yeah, I play ball." And he was wearing a sport jacket. He reaches into a sport jacket, and he brings out a picture, and he hands it to me. It's a picture of his son, Phil Smith. I met Phil Smith's dad. And Phil Smith has passed on a long time ago, and his dad still had that twinkle and that glee and that sparkle of happiness in his eyes, talking about his son. And I reverted back to that little kid who loved basketball and didn't know anything about levels and talent, but I just saw Phil Smith, and dude was awesome. What a player Phil Smith was. Phil Smith and Phil Chenier. But that was a moment. I've had a lot of moments. I really have, but that was a great moment that I had. So I met Phil Smith's father. He's one of my childhood idols. All right. All right. I went to the movies, and it was not my week to pick the movie that I saw this week with my friend, who's also my movie buddy. She picked the movie, and she chose a movie that I probably would not have picked, but I'm glad I did. We saw the movie Good Fortune. The movie was written, produced, and directed by Aziz Ansari. Those of you who follow the comedy world, you know who this young man is. He's been on various television shows, and I salute him. Good Fortune is a nice story. Kind of a coming-of-age story that if you are a person living in your own world right now, and you are comparing your life to the lives of somebody else and maybe not feeling great about it, this movie's for you. Because what it does is it brings it back down to the essence. And it says, you know what? If you just look in the mirror, just look at your own existence right now, you know how many wonderful things that you have to feel good about. So it connects to your sensibilities, all right? Now, it also does something else. It also acknowledges that the life that you desire to have, that someone else has, is not bad. There's a reason why you want some of those things that other people have in their lives. There's nothing wrong with that. Having affluence and opulence and privilege is not a bad thing. Sometimes people, it's like either it's this or that. No, it's not. You can still be privileged and be a really nice person. And this movie kind of delves into that also. So it kind of talks about the challenge that all of us have of making sense of our own existence. And just because you have all of these, quote, things or this level of success, it doesn't mean that you can buy happiness, because you can't buy happiness. So I really enjoyed this movie. Keanu Reeves is in it. Keke Palmer is in it. Keke Palmer and Aziz have great chemistry together. Sandra Oh, I really like her. She has a great personality, attractive. And Seth Rogen is in it too. Seth plays a really, really good character. I recommend Good Fortune, all right? You'll probably see it in one of your streaming services, but if you like going to the movies like I do, Good Fortune is a movie that when you leave the theater, you will feel good about. I don't want to give away too much, all right? Let me finish some of these chats up. Austin Rule says, okay, so Ossie is talking to Young West. That's great. Sandal says Aziz Ishmael Ansari. I don't know. We need to know when he was born. He's an American actor, comedian, and filmmaker. He played Tom Haverford on the NBC series Parks and Recreation. Yeah, he's a talented guy. And this was clearly a passion project for him. And sometimes passion projects do not need to get to the finish line. But this one did, and I'm happy that it did. It was a good movie. Good fortune. Oh, Frantic, you mentioned it last week? I think you did, I remember. I mentioned it last week. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Just a lot of fun. Yeah, it was funny. And I really like the chemistry between he and Keke Palmer. It was good. What is up? I love it when people say this. It says Chico State 14. My guy, Frank. What's up? Yo, man. How you doing? What's up, TG? Sadal says, in life, you just have to live your life the way you live your life, man. Don't be somebody else. Yeah, but life is hard. All right, life is hard. It's okay to, desire to want things and want a lifestyle, because it does matter. Let's not kid ourselves. It does matter. But your priorities got to be in the right order. There's nothing more important than health. All right? Nothing is more important than health. Think about it. Steve Jobs, I'm not going to make light of it, but Steve Jobs, when he passed, was a very rich man. And the money didn't really mean anything. And I think that we can make so many different, we can tell so many different stories where that's the case. So, whatever your life is, you need to find comfort in it and just do the best job you can do. Mikel Williams, maybe ACL season ending. Yeah, I wish that he had not gotten hurt, but I don't think it's the end of the world, Awesome. Frank, you were right about Begonia. It was good. Yeah, it was good. I'm glad you saw it. Oh, let me see. Young West said, I saw Leon Poe get 30 rebounds at a SF Pro-Am game. I actually worked Leon Poe out a couple of times. I did. Yeah. Great guy, by the way. I think he works for the Boston Celtics right now. Bummed, I missed the entire show. Enjoyed your pod with Dan and Larry. And Larry's son, yeah. Kev's doing an incredible job. He's going to be a star in this game. After the Niners game, yeah. It's all good. This will be on YouTube in a little while. You can listen to it at your convenience. All right, we're up to an hour and a half. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. This has been an incredible show. That would not have happened if not for your support. And thank you. This is a weekly ritual that I very much look forward to, and I thank everybody out there for supporting me. This brings a lot of joy to my life. It really does. I'm gonna do my thing and get out of here. And I want everybody to be safe this week. Hopefully the Warriors will respond and have a good performance on Tuesday. And people are going to start talking about it earlier in the week. This is the biggest game of the season for the San Francisco 49ers against the Rams at Levi's. It's going to be packed. They're going to need that proverbial sixth man, the crowd, to help them get that victory. And hopefully that will happen. And in regards, I will talk to you again next week. Maybe I'll pop in if something crazy happens that needs yours and my attention. I'll step in the dungeon once again. With that said, let me do my thing and get out of here. Success and getting paid is a manifestation of the whole process. If you as an individual don't do things to help other people make their lives better, as far as I'm concerned, you haven't done nothing. All right. Good night, everybody. I am Frank Red. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the show. We're on a journey, a quest to 1,000 subscribers. We've got a long way to go. But with your help, we'll get there. Follow me on X as well, at Big Frank Red. It's right there on the screen. Good night, everybody.